Hey everybody, welcome back to Geeks and Degenerates. Today we were supposed to be talking about Castlevania, but we wanted to give some of our members some time to catch up. So today we're going to be talking about the things we watched in our childhoods, the cartoons and other random shit we've seen.
Why are you laughing, Seb?
Why did you have
I
to
hate
tell
it
them
here.
that this was supposed to be a Castlevania video?
Yeah,
But we,
you gotta just get it out, man.
why did you
Yeah.
have to expose like how not ready certain people were to do Castlevania? Why would you be like, well, we were supposed to do something else?
You just
No
talk.
one
You
needed
just
to
talk
know.
us
Fine,
under
fine, fine. We'll start
the
from the
bus,
beginning.
man. You just
Start
talk us
from the
under the
beginning.
bus.
It's too late.
To
You already
It's
mentioned
not
it.
too late. It's okay. It's okay.
Um,
We'll get on with it.
we
It's
won't say
fine.
You know
who.
what?
It's all.
You know what? Since you've gotten to this point, we just want to thank our sponsor, Rage.
NordVPN.
Squarespace.
NordVPN
Press VPN.
for function of beauty.
Please enter the code NICONICONI for 1 month free subscription to NordVPN.
Will this video be coherent? No. But will we have fun? Yes.
There's 6 people in this video. No fucking chance.
Yes.
Would you like to introduce the new people, Edzo?
We have two new people there. We are joined by Danny and Nina. Well, Danny, we heard in
Well,
the Arm of
heard.
the Dead video, and we have a new
Podcast
newcomer, Nina. Hello, welcome to the channel officially.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm so excited to talk about this with
Finally, another member
with my
part of the
friends of
degenerate side.
almost 10 years. Like almost we've been friends for almost 10 years. This is fun. I'm excited.
Nina, we've definitely been friends for about 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, thereabouts. Grabe, no? Oh my
Yeah.
god. Some even longer than that. Jomar and I probably even longer, honestly. Because we've
Way
been
too
friends
long.
since grade 1, I think.
Yeah. 2, 3.
Maybe grade 2. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. 10 years.
Yeah.
So
But
let's
yeah.
start off with how cool was House of Mouse? It's the first one that popped in my
I
head.
love that show. Wait, wait. Oh my god. I
It's the
love
first thing in my head.
The ultimate ambitious crossover right there.
Dude, hold on. Dude, you never even said what the podcast is about.
Yeah.
Oh.
You never, you're like,
I-
Oh,
I said this was messy. Oh, we were talking about
Doing something
childhood
else.
cartoons. Childhood cartoons, and some of us watch
Yeah.
Discovery Channel and Animal Planet way too much. We're going to talk about that too a bit. But yeah,
House
how?
of Mouse
There
is
could have been a
fucking
better
random
segue.
show, though.
There could have been a better segue.
Let's swing it. Let's swing it.
No,
this
but like,
is
honestly.
almost worse than. So, kids, do you like dinosaurs?
But yes,
Okay.
how cool was House of Mouse? What an amazing crossover. The
I'd
ultimate
say,
Disney
yeah.
crossover.
Crossover in Disney
Pretty much.
history. Sorry, Avengers. This is the only time we'll ever see Maleficent trying to get a date. No, wait, was it Hades trying to date Maleficent? That's
Yes.
the only time we'll ever see
Yeah.
that.
I do ship that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think they,
Nice ship,
I see
though.
I think they would make a great power couple. I just don't like the idea that like these people aren't as bad as they appear. Like they all go to the same fucking club.
They all hang
They
out
are
with each other.
And it's all now. There's like something like a handwritten letter from the UN posted up in like one of their walls that they cannot do anything. Just the Geneva Convention and everything.
There's a truce here.
Yeah.
The
Imagine
neutral
Maleficent
zone
committing a
is
war
House of
crime.
Mouse.
Was Scar ever in the show?
Probably did.
Yeah,
What?
he was.
Scar.
Basically, every
Scar.
single Disney character was
Yeah.
in that show,
Yeah.
except for like the ones that are still coming out, like Atlantis and Emperor's
Yeah.
New Groove. They weren't in there.
What
But-
year? Let's check what year it came out. Now that I
Around
think about it.
2000.
Yeah, early
2000.
2000s.
It's
I like how they
it's a
showed the.
wild show, but I'm kind of sad that it got bombarded. Like, I get what the show's trying to do because I've been binging it in 2017, so very recently. But I'm really
Because we
mad.
have our expert.
Yeah, I'm an expert in all Disney things, right?
That's true.
Oh, that's
Something that's not related to Disney.
Kids, what did you watch Evangelion as a kid? If so, you were fucked up as a kid.
We're so off topic.
Yeah, anyway, back to House of Mouse.
Back to the House of Mouse.
I like how they
House
showed
of
the
Mouse,
old
House of Mouse.
Disney cartoons as the show was going
what,
on.
What was the content of it? I'm kind of like trying to remember.
They all just
Like,
watched
Do you guys
themselves.
remember
Random
the older
shorts.
show?
Yeah.
The older show Mickey Mouse Works. Where
Yeah.
they would just show random.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse Works was basically season 1, and House of Mouse was basically season 2.
Oh.
Was it just 2
They demanded
seasons?
Season 3.
So it was just so House of Mouse was basically a retool of Mickey Mouse Works, where they would show the shorts, but they would have like a story arc to fill the time while the shorts were still being prepared or something like
Yeah.
that.
That
Although
shit was
since,
good though.
although since they made the filler so much more appealing than the actual shorts itself, I just kind of wish they did away with the shorts and just made it about the club. And I'm
Don't
kind
we all wish they did away with the shorts? Or
Hey.
Hey.
and we're talking about Disney.
Ooh.
We're
Iba yung
so not
iniisip.
getting monetized.
Yeah.
This is our silent protest against Disney.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Terrible company.
Oh, and how we
where
love
would
it so
Alex
much.
where would Alex Hirsch on this? Because Disney cut off the gay and Gravity Falls. So where would Alex Hirsch on this?
They cut off. They cut off the gay.
Why would you cut off the gay? The gay's the best part.
Exactly. Wait, there was that one gay character. If I remember.
And-
It
He
was
was like a
it was just
hillbilly
that one.
with a
Actually,
mustache.
I did not watch Gravity Falls.
It is a really good show, Danny.
A
It really
hillbilly
is.
gay guy with a mustache is such a progressive concept.
It is.
Oh wait, not just that. There was also the two cops.
Yeah, the two cops.
Yeah, the two cops were obviously. Yeah.
How many gay characters have Disney had that they have said this is their first?
This is the first
one?
one.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
And then they kind of alluded it to in Raya, right?
Yeah.
Is she gay? I didn't watch it.
No.
There's tension. I
There's sexual
really enjoyed
tension,
watching that. Yeah, there's a really cause it's like enemies to lovers, and that's like one of my favorite tropes. So it
I'm-
Sam's face.
Seb's eyes.
It's a relatable story, am I right? So,
Yeah, just like Jojo and Dio. Oh wait, no, they were stepbros.
What to do with Step, bro?
what's that, bro?
But here's my problem with you, Jomar. We were talking about enemies to lovers, and the first thing that came to your mind were step siblings.
You tend to forget once you get to the third season. man.
You're the one steering this ship into the wrong oceans, man. We were just talking about enemies to lovers, which is obviously the only type of romance I've ever known in my life.
Why do you talk about such
You wanna
weird
say Persona Ocean?
sexual shit? First it was going down on Thanos, and then Bucky kicking ass and kicking ass, and now it's this.
And so you don't really have room to talk. You said just as much stupid shit on this show.
It's not sexualized. Anyway, yeah, House of Mouse was really cool
Kids, you like
crossover.
dinosaurs?
We were just supposed to end the podcast, and you were just like, "Hey kids, hey boys and girls, you like dinosaurs?"
Bruh,
Give
I mean,
a reference episode, by the way. Like what people.
Yeah,
what
which one
episode
was
that's
that?
on.
Oh, that was for our Demon Slayer movie
Oh.
video.
Oh, right.
And it's Demon Slayer, not Jurassic Park.
Okay,
No, because the
okay.
next one was gonna be Jurassic
was
Park,
like-
okay.
and he wanted to preview it. But the problem here is, you could have started it in any other way than saying, "Hey kids, you like dinosaurs?" The
I-
only thing missing from you was like powder on your face, like.
No, all I was missing was
This
him
is
wearing
gonna
a
look like
tank
Andy
top and
Samberg
kind of
from the
sweaty.
Good Day music video.
That was it.
Exactly. That's what it was supposed to be.
Anyway, back to Disney. What other cool shows do you remember watching Disney?
Is it okay if I steer it? But it's still on topic.
Okay,
Did
sure.
you guys know that
Yeah, yeah.
Backyardigans is actually making a comeback on TikTok? Like that's a
Fucking
whole
finally!
thing. Two songs like started trending. That's the
Fucking
whole
finally!
shtick.
Okay.
Like it was Castaways.
Okay. About
Castaways.
Backyardigans. I was obsessed with that show when I
Yeah.
was a child.
Same
Like,
here.
Yeah, I
so
remember this
obsessed with
phase
it.
of yours.
I was so obsessed with Backyardigans when I was a kid.
I'd
And
say you're
recently-
still obsessed with it as an adult. Like
Mhm.
you've definitely
thinking
like,
about Backyardigans a lot.
dude, you've been talking to people like feverishly about Backyardigans as a full-on adult. So
You
Just
put
thinking
it in
about
your
Pablo
stories,
the
Danny.
Penguin. Just thinking about Pablo the Penguin.
have you
Yeah,
guys
mine was
seen that like
Tyrone.
that TikTok remix of Backyardigans where there's this
Yeah.
one guy like dancing to it?
You just
Like
No.
it's a trap remix of the
Yeah.
Backyardigans theme
It's
song.
really good there.
It's
Is
fire,
that a Vine?
absolute
Wasn't
fire.
that a Vine?
No,
No,
the
it's a
I think
thing,
it
TikTok.
was a TikTok.
it was a
the thing
TikTok
with
video.
Backyardigans, I told this to my brother because we were watching it like a few years ago, and I was just rewatching like a few songs from it, and I was like, this show was fucking trippy. Whoever made the show was on drugs. No
I gotta
kid
rewatch
ever
it.
imagines themselves working in a sock factory, but there they are working in a sock factory.
I
It's
mean,
like
how else are they
Go
gonna get
wild, Danny.
socks?
they don't even wear socks.
Yeah, but somebody wears socks apparently
Somebody's
because
gotta wear them.
there's a market for it. There's a demand for it. So clearly, there's an
I also-
industry there.
I also like one of the episodes that stick out of my mind was like really recent, so this was way out of my age range already. But the three of them, Pablo, Tyrone, Tasha, were a mariachi band,
I remember this episode.
and they were gonna go on tour. So they started looking for their clothes. They went inside a bus, and that bus happened to be a spaceship. So they went up to space, and then they meet two aliens, like Austin and Uniqua, who wants to slime Earth or something. And that shit was wild. I'm just like watching it, going, bro, this is such a weird thing to watch at 2 a.m. in the morning.
I am trying so hard to listen to your story, but all I'm imagining right now is Danny, like, waking up voluntarily in the morning so she could catch the Nick Jr. part of Nickelodeon. As a full-on adult, it's like, it's time for Little Bill! Like,
Dora the Explorer, but not Dora the Explorer, the live action Dora the Explorer movie.
the one from College
But
Humor?
please talk about the
No,
cartoon
the one
too
with
if you
Oh,
want
No,
to.
wait,
like the
yeah,
legit one,
yeah,
the one
yeah,
with
yeah.
Eva
Actual-
Longoria.
the
and
actual
Noah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that was absurd. I still haven't seen it. I'm gonna
It's
check
gonna
that
be
out.
on Netflix. It's gonna be
Yeah.
on Netflix this month. But
Yeah.
holy
Damn,
shit,
that's
the
wild.
drug trip sequence. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was straight up. That was straight up an LSD LSD scene, like
When Dora
in a
started
kids
seeing
movie.
herself as
Yeah.
a cartoon.
She sees.
That's the thing with kids stuff is that you don't, as a kid, they still manage to slip in some adult things. Like, have you seen those compilations of like things that you didn't know were adult themes until you're an adult? Obviously, you're an adult and you start getting it. Like you can you imagine some of the shit that they actually got away with? Like that's like a whole topic in and of itself.
I think the deal with that is it was the 90s,
Yeah.
and I don't know how conscious you guys were for the 90s. I don't mean awake, but like how like mentally conscious you were about the level of creativity that you were getting in the 90s, the early 90s to the late 90s. Like everything was absurd and extreme and so creative. Like the things that Nickelodeon did to become appealing were so special.
Okay,
Like things like Global Guts, things like
Double Dare.
Legends of the Hidden Temple,
Mhm.
Double Dare, Double
Crag.
Dare 2000, just so much shit. And like even how Nickelodeon Studios looked was so cool.
Yeah.
Like I wanted
Yeah.
to go to Nickelodeon so badly, and because everyone had so much creative free reign, and like everything could go if if it was effective, it made for a really nice creative environment and like genuinely good cartoons that hold up to this day. Like Fairly Odd Parents would
Back
still
in the
hold
day.
up.
Yeah.
Back in
Back
the day, not
like
the new ones.
pre-poof shit, like all
Yeah.
of that shit still holds up. Like even to adults. One of my favorite jokes ever from Fairly Odd Parents is Timmy's in the attic with his dad. And
The
they're looking through
Dream
shit.
Fun.
They're looking through shit, and then Timmy finds a chest full of his dad's hopes and dreams. And then his dad is just like, Timmy's like, I found a chest, Dad. It says hopes and dreams. And then his dad is like, oh, don't worry about that, son. Just leave it behind. My hopes and dreams were crushed years ago. Then Timmy's like, how many years ago? Then his dad is like, how old are you?
How old are you?
And I'm just like, this is one of the best things I've ever seen in my entire life. This will
And it's
never not
good.
be funny to me.
The thing with Nickelodeon is that they were actually competing, like in the 90s, they were actually competing against Disney
Mm.
because Disney actually kind of started the creativity, like the range of creativity with cartoons. Because back then, cartoons are only created to sell money, like Transformers, My Little Pony, they were just there to sell money.
Yeah.
So when Disney released DuckTales, and DuckTales had no prior merch to this, and nobody even used Scrooge McDuck back then, nor the nephews. It was a really big gamble, but Disney gave the DuckTales crew like a budget of fucking $2 million to do the first 5 episodes.
Yeah.
So creativity started flowing, and Disney shows followed Root, and Nickelodeon saw what was happening, and they're like, "Oh shit, we want that as well." So that's what kind of kick-started the era of really creative cartoons, just because people were trying to compete with Disney.
And
And
I think it wasn't just Nickelodeon though. I think like definitely
Cartoon
Cartoon
Network.
Network, man.
Cartoon
Cartoon
That was
Network
Network
my
was
didn't
favorite.
even
phenomenal.
exist back then.
That was my
Cartoon
favorite.
Network existed because they wanted to compete with Nickelodeon and Disney.
That
Cartoon
makes sense.
Network was phenomenal. Like Dexter's Lab is still such a great show.
Yeah.
With so many adult references like Major Glory.
Did you know that there's this
Dude,
one?
their Silver Surfer parody. Silver Spooner.
Yeah,
I love that.
Like, and he was gay too, so like they weren't even being subtle about it.
And what?
there's this Dexter joke that I love where Dexter and Dee Dee got like the decoding ring,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then Dee Dee was like, "Dexter, you're such an IDCKIS," and Dexter was decoding it,
Okay.
and he said, "Hey, mom!"
Wait,
Spelled
what?
out
Wait.
dicks.
Oh.
There's actually this lost episode of Dexter because I'm really into lost media. There's this lost episode of Dexter called Rude Removal, and it's where Dexter and Dee Dee separate their bad side, and then the bad side kept on swearing and cursing a lot.
Yeah, I
Cartoon
remember
Network
that.
had that
Mm.
banned. No, you can't remember it because they
Now I
never.
remember reading about that.
Yeah, but like Cartoon Network had it banned, and Adult Swim has the censored version of it.
Hmm.
But the real version with the swear is still lost out there, and apparently that's the pilot episode of Dexter.
Ooh.
Damn.
I
Oh, what?
Starting out strong.
What really
I have a
makes
question though.
wait
What?
what really makes Nickelodeon stand out for me is that you remember in SpongeBob, the old SpongeBob, where there have these disturbing or these close-ups of like SpongeBob's face or Squidward's face, and it's all like fucked up. It's like, oh Jesus,
They still
I'm
they
doing.
do that
Hyper
more now.
realistic.
They do
Isn't
that
it-
way more now. They
Yeah.
do
They
that
do?
way more now.
I haven't
still
caught
do
up.
that.
Dude,
Way
the
more.
the Misadventures of no. It was Flapjack that did
Yeah.
like the really gross up close.
Oh yeah, Flapjack
Oh.
was so fucked up.
I love it.
Oh, look at that cute kitty.
Like you just see just
The
terrifying
kitty just like had
mob. I'm like,
sockets.
oh my god.
The fucking angel that grants wishes. Like that shit was so fucked.
We cannot forget the
It's like
OG heads of Cartoon
Flapjack's
Network.
like, you can grant me any wish, and it's just like, and it's like a really tight close up. Yes.
We cannot forget the OG fucked up cartoon, Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh,
I love that though. I
Oh.
love
I
the
still
cartoon
have
so much.
trauma.
Man.
I still have trauma.
Man.
The first cartoon screamer where
Return
Courage
the
entered like a room in New York,
snap.
and then the girl playing the violin looked back and started screaming.
Yeah.
God, it
No.
was such a. I could not
Return the
watch it.
snap.
the one that scared me the most, it wasn't the Return to Slab one, but that freaked the shit out of me. But like, it was the one where they were stuck in the diner and like it was a pig cooking the meat.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then
God.
It
People
was
started
like Sweeney
disappearing.
Todd.
I was like,
Dude, I never
Like-
watched it. It terrified me. I
Oh,
never watched it.
okay.
I
Dude,
love
just
Courage
seeing
as
the
a kid
monsters.
so much. But you know what terrified me in Courage wasn't actually the show. It was the logo shown at the end of the show. The little smile logo.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
That's like, yeah, the show
Yeah,
didn't
that
scare
one.
me, but as soon as the theme song started, I ran for the room. That logo.
Chama, what was your
What's
question?
that logo called?
oh, did any of you like hide the fact that you watch Powerpuff Girls or not?
No, I was obsessed
No,
with
I,
Powerpuff
I
Girls.
didn't need
Uh,
to.
But then
They're
I-
Oh, yeah,
women.
you
They
guys
don't
didn't.
have
But
to. Yeah.
yeah. No, I'm
Yeah,
asking
we
you and
did. I did.
I didn't.
I
Even worse.
I
Totally
did.
lied.
Ooh.
I
The better show. Totally
I
lied.
didn't necessarily hide it. Like I never talked about it, but like
Yeah, like
I
you just
did
don't
watch
talk
it.
about it. Like
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
unspoken.
We just,
Like it's not like actively hidden. It's just
yeah.
you don't talk about it.
Yeah.
You don't talk about it in the same way that you didn't talk about watching Totally Spies.
Totally Spice is the fetish show. Oh my god.
Hey, that became
Every
too
single
sweet.
fetish.
Tight spandex. Let's go.
Every single fetish they crossed off. It was
Yeah.
amazing. It was an
Uh,
awakening.
That was like the fetish show for me was Kim Possible with Shigo.
Impossible. It was. Oh,
It was
God.
the bad girl type
People
deal.
were lying if they say they didn't have a crush on Shigo. They were lying.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
found Shigo hotter than Kim.
another one that I'm trying to remember that brought out like the gay feelings was
It brought out
Okay.
Sam
the-
from Sam from Danny Phantom. It was always those kinds of
Yes.
girls. If you,
Yeah.
her and the
Goth
ghost, the goth ghost.
Ember.
I forget her
Amber.
name.
Amber.
Amber, yeah. Oh my god. I both hated her. I didn't know if I hated her, if I loved her or wanted to be her. You know what I mean? That was
Yeah.
that was the whole thing. Well,
All of the
first
above.
for the girls.
All of the above, man. God, I love Ember so much. I love that song.
Did any of
Yeah,
you
her
see the
song.
Powerpuff Girls movie?
Yeah.
I
No.
saw it in the
No.
theaters.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I
yes,
did.
yes, yes.
Do you remember the scene when all of the other evil monkeys are introducing their names? And I was like, what's happening? It's almost like a drug trip sequence. Like, my name is Ha Cha Cha Cha. My name is Spicy Monkey. My name is blah blah blah. I was like, as a kid, I was like, what's happening? I don't
Oh,
understand.
Powerpuff Girls. Do you guys remember the scene where they became teenagers and they
Yes.
were like
Yo,
really
It's
hot?
so weird.
That confused me so much.
That was so
So
confusing.
I was like,
That was such a
7.
confusing episode. I was like,
I was
wait.
like, what is this?
Shut the mate!
What is this feeling?
Like them putting on lipstick and everything. I'm like,
What is this feeling? Nani?
Your first
Nani?
direction. It's your first direction.
I know this is really weird, but like, I know that there are a lot of people that talked about like their sexual awakenings came from Nala or Lola Bunny or
yes,
some faces like
yes.
Wait, did you say Nala?
yeah,
Lola Bunny for me.
Jomar
Nala from The Lion King. Like people would talk about how
And
hot
Crab.
she was, and they would always say like she's and Roxanne from Roxanne from
Roxanne from a
Goofy
Goofy
Movie.
movie.
Yeah, like
I was
people,
gonna
and
bring
then
her
they
up.
would say those don't count as being furry. Nothing wrong with being a furry.
Oh no, it
But
does.
like those are the
It so does.
free ones.
No, it so does count.
I also saw someone like I think I saw a BuzzFeed article that did you guys see Lion King too? Simba's Pride.
Yes.
Yes.
Someone said that
Mhm.
their sexual awakening was like the
Scar's
the
son.
male Scar's son.
Scar's son.
Tofu.
No.
Yeah,
no,
Kofu.
Yeah.
No.
All right,
like-
all right. Look,
Is that
That's
the
just
best?
weird.
here's my thing with this. Like, I understand Lola Bunny. I
Lola
understand
Bunny's the only one I get.
Roxy to a certain degree, because at least they're humanoid.
Yeah, they were
Like,
humanoid.
they're humanoid.
They're just humans
So
with
I
like
get
dog
it.
noses.
Like, these are human proportions put into animals, like just animal form, whatever. I cannot, for the life of me, conceive the idea of someone wanting to fuck Nala.
Remember Charles Boyle and Mrs. Potts?
Yeah, that confuses me
Dude,
too.
I hate that this is my first episode. Like it's completely messy. We went from like talking about House of Mouse to Backyardigans to freaking sexual awakenings in our childhood.
That's fine.
Yeah,
No, I
you're
mean,
part
this,
of the
this,
degenerate
all,
side,
this
not the
all
geek part.
honestly makes sense for this topic, because the topic is childhood cartoons, and there are a lot of things that happen during these childhood cartoon stages.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Namely,
totally
sexual
spice.
awakenings.
Hi,
I mean,
Totally Spice.
like, I'm sorry, but I'm not one of those people that like simped for Shigo as hard as everyone did. Um,
I found her hot.
Really?
no, I found her hot, but it's not like to the degree that everyone else finds them hot. Like I've always had this record in my life, and this is how it's been my entire life. I've never really found like romantic interest in any woman that was like me.
Oh, okay. That's
So like these darker characters, like sure, like in the fuck Mary kill situation, it is definitely fuck. But like I don't see myself dating a Shigo. I don't see myself dating an Amber. Like these situations were just like they're cool and I would get with them, but I would not stay with this girl. Like my totally spies girl was Sam.
Yes.
Oh, the
Uh
smart
yes.
and
I don't
most
think I
popular
had
one.
any real crushes in Kim Possible. Uh
Doctor
yeah, like if I find
You had a crush on Dr.
similarities,
Draken?
I didn't have
It was
no.
junior.
Senior, junior.
Senior,
Yeah.
junior.
He's too stupid. He's too stupid and pansy-ish. No, not
No.
junior. Definitely not junior. Ron was cute though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he cute.
So
Um,
what was your type? Like, did you have a type when it came to like who you were attracted? Obviously, who you were attracted to in these cartoons.
uh, I mean, Sam. Like, I do like introverted girls. I like girls who aren't too over the top. So like, I like. I didn't have a Kim Possible crush because they were like a little too absurd for me. Like I found them all hot. I found Kim and Shigo hot, but like
Wait,
I didn't.
the most?
I, I found both of them hot, but like I never had a crush in Kim Possible. Like to me, the most significant childhood crush I have was not in a cartoon, because it's Leslie from Bridge to Terabithia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, every kid who ever saw that movie fell in love with Leslie. You know, so
And I'm still in love with her, if you could see her right now.
um,
Damn.
Too
Anna
bad she's
Sophia
dead.
Robb, Anna Sophia, shut the fuck up. It's always too soon. to
How
bring
about
that
the
up.
actress?
I will go to Vancouver and beat the shit out of you. How dare you defile Leslie's name?
Yeah.
Uh,
Wait,
yeah,
I
that
have a
movie will
question.
make you cry for
Enzo,
days. Hmm?
Enzo, who is your like cartoon crush? Because I'm really curious.
My first one. What was the name of the Buzz Lightyear show?
Buzz Lightyear?
No, the show.
This
We
is
didn't do with
Enzo's.
It's
Beyond
the
with you.
chain, bro.
This
No,
is
I
Enzo's
know who
coming
you're
out
talking.
video. This is Enzo's coming out video. He has a crush on Buzz Lightyear.
It's
Yeah,
the
no.
extended wings.
I
His
know who you're
love for
talking
him
about.
extends to infinity and beyond.
Who?
Is it from that Space Ranger show?
Yeah,
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 the
yeah,
blue
Yeah,
chick.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. I see you.
Understandable.
yeah.
I feel like most of my cartoon crushes came when I started watching anime a year ago. Like I don't remember any childhood crushes from cartoons. Just like anime crushes from recently. But like I don't remember any cartoon crushes. Yeah.
Who's your anime crush?
Huh?
Oh,
Hmm.
I had
Enjoy.
a crush on By the way, I
What
had a crush
Danny?
Your
on.
anime crush.
Oh,
No,
Quite a
anime
few.
crush.
Quite a few. Um Himiko Toga, uh
nice.
Ochako Uraraka,
Yeah.
Mhm.
uh Momo
Momo.
Yayorozu.
Yep.
Mostly
A
just
lot of MHA.
cuz like MHA and Demon Slayer are the only ones I've seen. I'm still confused on Nesco cuz like sometimes she's like a 4-year-old and at other times she's like a full-on adult. So I can't tell how I'm supposed to feel.
Okay, how do you feel when she's a full-on adult?
She fine as hell, but like there are just too many jokes I can make about her. Like in Mugen Train, I was just like, don't mess with the lady with acrylic nails.
Yeah.
Like,
What do you
uh,
What do you guys think of Random Stippy? What do
I
you?
hated it.
Oh,
I hated
that
it.
show was
Hated
It's
I
weird.
fucked
hated
up.
it.
Too
I
much.
found
That shit
I
was
found
weird.
no
Yeah.
humor in Ren and Stimpy at all. I found no humor in Ren and Stimpy and Ed and Eddie. I didn't find any of the shit funny.
Oh, I love that in Eddie.
Basically, the gross out shows.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't like any of it.
Yeah.
Because those were shows that like went over the top, and that was their brand of humor, just like
And
full
Yeah.
on.
It was like
and they
like-
were
very much Beavis and
uncomfortable.
Butthead level.
Yeah, yeah,
And
they were
they were
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable. Like
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
to me as a kid, like I went to cartoon shows to find humor and comfort, but like Ren and Stimpy seem to actively make you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Excess was the name of the game for those kinds of shows. I think.
Yeah. I
Yes.
get the people that liked it, but I was not in a mentally mature enough state to find what was funny about this. Because I was like 8.
The thing with Ren and Stimpy is that besides it, that it was edgy, there's actually like some episodes that didn't make the cut because it was too excessive and too
Oh
Yeah,
man.
mature.
there were boobs and stuff, and
No,
yeah,
no, no. That's from Adult Party because it aired on Spike TV. There was a spin-off Adult Party. That's where it
you
came
know
from.
so much.
I know so much. Yeah, this is like
That's why we bring you
years
on for
of
this.
studying. This is like years of studying and researching about this topic. Um, but yeah, Ren and Stimpy aired on Spike TV. It had like a spin-off Adult Party, and that's when like the more mature humor came in. But what made it fail is kind of that no one was stopping John Crispaluzzi, like for anything. Because in Nickelodeon, he had the censors to stop him from doing that, and he had Billy West to stop him from doing that as well. But in Adult Party, nobody stopped him, and therefore it got canceled after like 13 episodes because no one was fucking stopping him. And apparently, he's also a pain to work with. So
Okay.
Do you guys remember Gargoyles?
Yes.
I never got to see it.
Yes.
I do.
there
Yes,
was
I
a
do.
there was a in DuckTales, they referenced Gargoyles. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
In the
No,
very
no,
last
go nuts.
episode, they referenced Gargoyles. I was like, holy shit.
Um, what's this? Do you guys remember SWAT Cats?
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't remember
No.
that.
Yes.
So
Yes.
No.
pure.
SWAT
That shit was
Cats,
kick ass.
SWAT
Yes.
Cats, the bee's knees.
It was.
Hell yeah.
Cartoon Network's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was also the
I
bee's
was about
knees.
to ask about
Yes.
that. That was also
Yeah.
really
Was
Do you,
really
do you
good.
good.
guys remember
Was
that
amazing.
edgy version of the Looney Tunes?
Lunatics
In,
Pretty-
Unleashed.
in
Yeah.
space?
No, no,
Dude,
Lunatic
I
Unleashed.
was on
Oh,
board
oh.
for that shit.
Okay.
I was on board with Lunatics Unleashed.
Is
And I just
anyone else suspicious with how much like um Popeye's spinach always just looked like weed?
No,
Now that you
I
mention
Because like
it,
spinach
never even
never
thought of that.
spinach
It
has
doesn't
never
even look like
looked like that.
spinach.
Yeah,
that's
it's
like
never looked like
grass.
spinach. It's
I just
always
got
looked like
grossed out
weed.
by it. I just got grossed out by it.
Yeah.
And to be honest,
Popeye.
that's not what I expected spinach to look like in real life.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Anyways.
doesn't look
It-
like that in real life.
Yeah.
It
It really
does look
doesn't.
like weed. Oh my god.
It looks
I
exactly
have to
like
Google
weed.
it.
It doesn't look like spinach at all. Like
Well-
it was never leafy.
Yeah.
It was
I mean,
always
if
like
you-
bunched up grass.
Yeah,
If you would
also,
see, though.
also, who the fuck eats canned spinach?
Popeye.
Popeye.
Straight edge.
To be
Straight edge,
fair,
folks.
this was like the 40s or the 50s, right?
This was the
I guess so.
1930s. They were still recovering from depression, guys.
I guess so.
And
Yeah, fair.
Pretty much everything was canned.
That's fair.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
They were
Yeah.
still they were under Great Depression, guys.
But I will say
That's
though,
not-
a few ways that he consumes the spinach is through his pipe.
Through his pipe,
So-
yeah. Yeah.
Just
he's
saying.
strong to the finish because he eats the spinach.
The spinach.
It's
Did you guys
Popeye
like-
Every day.
Sailor Man.
Did you guys like
I'm
the
not
Looney?
hearing that song the same way now.
Were you guys a
Olive
fan?
Oil is a lucky woman, apparently.
Were you guys a fan of the Looney Tunes? Well, since
What?
you
Yeah,
mentioned the edgy
very
version.
much so. Very
Yeah,
much so.
I
I
love the Looney
was
Tunes.
obsessed with Tasmanian Devil as a kid.
Same.
Mm.
I thought he was
I
the
lo-
coolest motherfucker.
In my opinion, I love that shit more than Disney like shorts.
I
I
hated
still love
Disney.
Disney shorts.
I hated Disney as a kid, cause like to
Looney
me,
Tunes is
I
where it was at.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same
man.
here.
when I
Sorry,
didn't like most of the traditional cartoons. I despised Disney because Disney was innocent, and I hated innocence. I still do. I liked shows that were more adult. I liked shows that were edgier. So I always inclined to Cartoon Network, and like to me, I always stayed away from Disney Channel. I was like, Disney Channel's full of fucking pussy pansy shit, and I want to go to the places that make people fucking scared. Like I want to learn how to become a scary motherfucker from these cartoons. So I would always go to fucking Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network.
Looney Tunes. TOONSTUNES. Do not Google it up.
DOONS.
No.
I'm scared.
No.
No,
Okay.
it's Tunes.
Wait. Spell it again, Danny.
Which is it? Is it Toons or Tunes?
Uh,
P-U-N-E-S. Okay, never mind.
I always
P-U-N-E-S.
thought it was Toons.
No, there's
F-O-O-N.
actually a story behind that on why it's called Looney Tunes. Tuun.
Can you tell us
Do you
what?
know why it's called Looney Tunes?
Yeah, just tell us.
It's because they were trying to copy Disney. Disney had these shorts called Silly Symphonies. Do you
Mm,
get the connection? Silly
Oh,
Symphonies,
okay,
Looney
yeah.
Tunes.
I can see. I can
Yeah.
see it. I can see it.
So if you watch the first Looney Tunes cartoons, pre Bugs Bunny, because Bugs Bunny came in a few years later, kind of like how Mickey Mouse came in a few years later and ruined Oswald Lucky Rabbit. Anyway, uh,
Look at this Disney bias. No, I'm
Mm,
kidding. Love you,
it's
Danny.
fine.
I
no,
actually didn't like the Looney Tunes either. I didn't like Tom and Jerry. I didn't like Popeye. I didn't like the Looney Tunes. Like I didn't like any of this shit. Like I liked the very 90s style cartoons. I didn't like any of
Oh,
because
most of those
remember,
offered.
these
Yeah,
cartoons were made in the 30s, 40s,
yeah,
and were just packaged for TV.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
it wasn't made for us as kids. It
yeah,
was just made as filler and for adults who wanted to reminisce.
yeah. I didn't
Yeah.
like any of that shit. I didn't like any of that shit
Yeah,
at all.
same. I didn't like the old Disney cartoons. I preferred like stuff like Kim Possible and Lilo and Stitch.
I
Yeah.
did.
Oh,
I did.
Lilo and Stitch.
I
Oh my god,
love
Lilo and
and
Stitch.
Stitch.
I
Love Lilo and
completely.
Stitch.
Oh my god.
Lilo and
I,
Stitch
Uh,
still airs on TV, by the way, at 2 a.m. I'm just saying.
And
of course
Stitch
you
is
know
a
this.
sick summon in Kingdom Hearts, by the way.
But yeah,
Whenever you
I
played that.
as much as I love Donald Duck right now, y'all know I love Donald Duck. I'm fucking Donald Duck trash. I did not vibe with that growing up. I did not vibe with Donald or Mickey growing up. I love them, but
Sorry,
I
that's a
did
big
not
sound.
I did not vibe with those cartoons because they weren't geared towards us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find it also interesting that like the Golden Collection and I think Silver Golden Collection for Looney Tunes. Like once you press play, there's like Whoopi Goldberg comes out and says why
Yeah,
the cartoons are the
that
way
was
they
a
are.
really big thing with
Like
DVDs back, like with animated DVDs back then. Like Disney, Warner Brothers, they had a content warning. For
yeah,
Disney, it was Leonard Maltin. For
yeah,
Warner Brothers, it was Whoopi Goldberg
yeah,
because
of the
a lot of these
portrayals of
things
the
are very
minors.
racist.
Yeah, and Whoopi Goldberg's like we can't ignore
Pretty
this part of
fucking
history.
racist, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, I love fucking Batman the animated series for sure.
oh,
That's
yeah.
Justice
oh,
Justice
League
League.
Night.
okay.
Justice League JLU was
JL,
also
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
I think I preferred JLU to proper JL, but JL like maybe Wonder Woman was definitely like JL's Wonder Woman was definitely a childhood crush of mine.
Ooh,
Oh, there we go. We finally found one
Yeah,
for you.
ooh,
yeah,
Speaking
yeah.
of an
mine
DC,
was
how
Hot
do you
Girl.
like
Um,
Teen Titans?
I
Teen
love Teen
Titans,
Titans.
the
Starfire.
Batman, 2003, 2004.
Is
Which
that Batman
Batman.
Beyond?
Oh wait,
No,
Batman
no, no,
Beyond.
not Batman Beyond. The
The
Batman.
Batman. Yeah, I think I know what
Oh,
you're
okay,
talking
the
about.
Batman.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I preferred that suit. I didn't
Yeah.
like. I've never liked the yellow logo. I've always hated like any yellow on Batman's logo because I'm just like you can see him. Like,
What
the fucker has
cartoon?
yellow. You can see him.
What cartoon did you grow up with that you think had the best theme song or at least opening? Because mine definitely is Batman.
It's
Oh,
a tie
Batman had
between
a good opening.
Batman and
Oh,
X Men
JL, I think.
and
JL was really good.
ooh
Yeah.
yes.
JLU.
sorry. I'm
JLU for
sorry,
you.
but it is the first Beyblade.
Nerd.
That shit was sick.
Yeah,
That shit
I
was
love
sick.
I
Did you
don't
watch it?
actually remember most of them, but I can remember JL. Um, so I'm not really the right guy to ask. Like when I was a kid, I didn't care about theme songs. Like I
Yeah,
just
you
didn't. I
just
was
wanted to
just
watch
one
a
of
show.
yeah. I just wanted to see the show.
Ben
You know
10
what?
comes close though.
Ben
Oh,
10
it
comes
does.
close.
It does. It
I don't have
think-
also the lyrics.
I think what counts as good are the ones that you really remember. And
Yeah.
I know this is really weird, but I think I really like the Backyardigans. Back.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's
we're
the
back.
it's
Yeah,
the
It is a
Dude,
bop.
dude,
It is
I
a
just
good bop.
I just know the trap version of it. Like the trap version of it is absolute fire.
There was also trap version of the Little Einstein theme song.
Oh, that one was sick.
Yeah,
That one was
lit
amazing.
too.
that
that
was
was
fucking
good.
sick, bro.
Yeah.
We're
Um,
going on a trip.
Where you going, bitch?
I don't know for you guys, but when it comes to Batman the Animated Series, those voices, more or less, they're the ones when I read the comics. They're the ones I hear in my head. It's like I
They
read
just
Batman
fit.
Kevin
That's true.
Conroy.
I mean, they're the ones that stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin Conroy as Batman. The animated
Kevin
Batman.
Conroy, Mark Hamill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mark Hamill is the animated Joker.
What do you guys? How about Tara Strong as Harley Quinn? What do you think of her?
Oh, I love.
I
Tara
actually
Strong.
don't like her as Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
She's
What?
not my. Yeah, I liked someone else as Harley Quinn.
Oh.
Tara's is, to me, very annoying.
Oh,
Like the other person who did Harley after her was my favorite Harley.
Cool.
Tara's voice was really squeaky for Harley. I forgot her name, but it wasn't Tara Strong.
Melissa Raj,
I think
Kaylee
so.
Coco?
No,
Well,
Kay-
actually,
Sorry, what was
Kaylee
the
is
latest
my
one?
definitive Harley.
I do like Kaylee's.
I think
Harley.
I don't think Tara's will ever hold a card, or anyone else's Harley will ever hold a card to Kaylee Cuoco's Harley. Kaylee Cuoco's Harley is absolute perfection. If you haven't seen the Harley Quinn show, fucking watch it.
yes,
Even if you don't know anything about DC, it's gonna be the best thing you've ever fucking seen.
it's
You
great.
gave me cancer.
Where's my goddamn electric car, Bruce?
Where's
My goddamn electric car, Bruce.
Bruce?
I also think he's the best Joker ever.
Alan Tudyk? Ooh,
Yeah,
ooh,
I
that's
think
tough.
Alan Tudyk is way better than Mark Hamill. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
I'm sure
Okay.
there are a million fucking purists out there, but I think Alan Tudyk's better.
Here's a question for the rest of you.
I'll
Who's
disagree
I'm
on
sure
that,
Mark
but
Hamill won't
I'll
mind
leave it to
though.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
your favorite Joker voice for the rest of you? Alan Tudyk, Troy Baker, or Mark Hamill?
Troy Baker just sounds like Mark Hamill.
Yeah, Troy
Yeah,
Baker's
so-
trying to be Hamill, so there's
Yeah,
really
so-
not much there.
Okay.
At least Tudyk is trying to be different.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
Okay.
I would say
Yeah.
for me it's Mark Hamill.
It's still Mark.
Same.
For me, it's Mark Hamill.
Hamill set the standard, but I think Tudyk like innovated it in a way.
Yeah,
that
it's
made it
definitely
feel-
That's
different.
fair.
Yeah.
You know what I would have really loved to see though? The original voice of the Joker for Batman the Animated Series.
Who's that?
What's his name again? Pennywise.
Oh, Tim
Oh,
Curry.
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry was supposed to be the voice for the Joker,
Ah, that would have been so good.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
but he
What
got
the fuck?
recast for one being way too fucking scary.
Ah, no.
Now I really want to hear it though.
Yeah,
He-
I-
he
I'd
was-
love
now it's
to hear
now it's
that.
suited for a Joker.
He was the voice of Emperor Palpatine for one season of Clone Wars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
he was.
Oh,
And you can hear the
Joker
difference
kills-
too when he's electrocuting Maul. Like,
It's also
that's definitely
mind blowing
Tim
to me
Curry.
that Tim Curry plays such terrifying characters, but was also Nigel Thornberry.
Smashing.
And,
Yeah.
Jomar's face.
and
Yeah, Jomar didn't know. Jomar didn't know.
and
No wonder he's so charismatic.
Tim Curry was also the fucker that said, "I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism,
Face.
space."
Where's that from?
Command and Conquer, Red Alert. I think it was
Oh
2 or 3.
yes.
Look it
Oh,
up.
Command and Conquer.
Sad to
Dude,
say that
you- if you
capitalism
played
is
ca-
already going to space.
That
That's
is true.
true.
Damn it, Elon Musk.
Damn it, Elon
Damn
Musk.
it, Elon Musk.
Damn it.
But yeah,
I
play
love Tim
play
Curry so
Command
much.
and play Command and Conquer. They cast the best voice
I
actors.
love that. I love that scene, and like the scene is so good too, cause like it's shot like live action B movie style,
Yeah,
like
it is.
B list movie style.
Yeah, Nina, yeah.
Mhm.
And, like,
Okay, I need to go. Sorry,
Yeah.
I drank so much C2 and Lipton.
Go nuts, donuts.
Donuts. That
Donuts,
that
donuts.
we've never had donuts in a while.
Go nuts,
Go nuts, donut.
Oh, that's not. I haven't heard that in a while.
It's like you unlocked a level in my brain that has been like suppressed forever.
Are they?
Donuts,
Core
donut.
memory.
Are they gone?
The core
They're gone,
memory.
right?
Jesus.
It's gone.
Shit.
It's
Oh.
Yeah,
gone.
they're not around
There's no more
anymore.
donuts.
Is this still on the video, by the way, or are we cutting this part?
No,
it's on the video.
we're going. I'm gonna.
Okay,
I'm gonna bring it back.
Dude, like this is like, dude, these videos being as wild as they are, some of our videos have also been that wild. Cause like when we interviewed Kevin Porter,
Mm.
dude, this motherfucker left in the middle of the interview to dance with the mariachi band in the middle of the interview.
Did you film it?
Yes,
Awesome.
it was so wild. Like I love Kevin. He's like phenomenal, a phenomenal human being, and he really made it really super entertaining. But it's so wild. While in the middle of this interview, this guy just walks the fuck out to like sing with the band, and then walks back and go like, "That was fun. Let's keep talking."
He is second to like the embodiment of Batman in like IRL.
I
For me.
think I think to me Porter would be the most phenomenal old man Batman.
Yeah.
Like
And
Dark
he
Knight
would also
Returns.
be the most phenomenal Punisher.
Oh, yes.
Like an older he embodies that. He's really good at playing Punisher.
Yeah.
The Porter's just a really good actor overall, man. And this guy really studies the craft. Like he has an acting school. He teaches acting, so
Ooh.
he ain't kidding around. Also a massive dude, by the way.
Yeah, I've seen him next to you. I'm like,
He's
shit.
really massive. He's really massive, super tall.
Guys,
Hmm?
since
Super
we're
off
talking
track, though.
about childhood shows, well, that's supposed to be the topic.
We're still on
Do
topic.
you remember? I mean, like everyone remembers Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Everyone remembers that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It is a god tier
But-
show in my opinion.
I
Yes.
didn't watch it.
But I don't think
It
anyone
was right up your
actually.
alley, man.
Yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
right up your alley. But
Yeah.
I don't think anyone remembers the short that played before,
Before
or
it?
after it.
No, I don't. I got
See,
glimpses of it.
with the bear with the like the evil brain.
The brain?
Yeah.
Wait, was it on its belly or?
It's on its brain.
All right.
Here,
And there was a
here.
baby on his belly, right?
Yeah.
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 Speaking of shorts, does anybody here remember the fever dream that is Anna Anaconda?
What
Yes.
the
Yeah.
fuck
God.
was
Yes.
that?
Yeah.
What was the meaning of that show?
What
Guys,
the
Yeah,
hell?
Guys, the
Dude,
Big
this
Dream was
show-
a horror story. Because of
I saw
short.
that one. I saw that one. Dude, Anna Anaconda looked like it was made out of
It's
newspaper
Angela Anaconda,
clippings.
by the way.
Angela Anaconda. Looked like it was made of newspaper clippings.
Yeah.
I think that was
supposed
the
to be
point.
intention. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Magazine
but like
newspaper
it is very much a fever dream.
That
Like
show scared
Action
me.
League, Action League is very fever dreamish.
Oh, I love
You
that
know,
show.
The Flash, Stinky Diver.
Wait, I'm gonna search this up.
Kablam in general was a fever dream.
All right, I got an additional question for you since you guys are talking these things. Where did you first watch SpongeBob? Where did you first watch Fairly Odd Parents? Where did you first watch Choxo?
Nickelodeon.
Oh yeah, cartoons.
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
Kablam.
Wow.
That was the first time I ever
Nice.
watched it.
That is like, oh
But-
shit.
Yeah.
Oh
But-
man.
Wait, SpongeBob never aired on Kablam.
It did air on Kablam. It was like what?
I was
Like they
obsessed
were
with
testing
Kablam
it
when I was
out
a
in
kid.
Kablam.
Oh, it's
I
a
was also obsessed with Kablam, but you were also younger than me.
True, but
So-
also Fairly Odd Parents came from Oya Cartoons, and Chalk Zone came from Oya Cartoons.
First time I ever saw it was they were testing it out on Kablam. They were like testing it out to see if it would work, and if it did work, like they would spin it off of Kablam and make it its own thing. But the first time I ever saw all three of those shows is Kablam. So,
You guys
so
really
yeah.
Never on
Zoids?
Kablam.
Huh?
Like Zoids and Tsunami.
No, like
I loved Zoids.
I love
loved-
Zoids.
baby.
I-
Yeah,
Dude,
boy.
I loved all of those toy-based anime. Like Zoids, Beat-A-Man, Crush Gear,
Yes.
Beyblade,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh! I was
Oh
into
my
all that.
God.
I was obsessed with Yu-Gi-Oh! As a kid.
What's your favorite Zoid?
I don't
Beyblade
watch
for
that.
me.
Geno Breaker.
Geno Breaker.
Geno
sorry.
Breaker's really fucking good.
Geno
Yeah.
Breaker and Red Horn.
Ooh.
How about you, Ed?
Well, if we're just talking about like Zoids in general, like that I watched as in my childhood, Hayate Liger.
Fuck, dude, straight up, fuck, what was it? Zoids Genesis?
Yeah, that was Genesis.
Yeah.
I
Zoids
just
Genesis,
like
that's
Geno
so good.
Breaker because he had the charged particle beam and he was the bad
Ge-
guy.
Geno Breaker is really fucking cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
it is.
granted.
It was the villain Zoid, so I was always
Yeah.
down for the villain Zoids.
Of course.
Yeah.
How about you, Enzo?
I said Geno
Sorry.
Breaker. That was my favorite too.
Oh,
And the
sorry,
Death
sorry.
Soarer.
Yeah. Also, Berserk Fury was really sick. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Berserk Fury the giant one?
No, that's
No.
Gojira's.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gojira's, yeah.
Question for everybody. In your childhood, Pokemon or Digimon?
Both.
Digimon.
Both.
Digimon though.
Both.
Digimon.
I was never
Digimon.
either.
I don't really remember much about Digimon, so I'd have to say
I think-
Pokemon just because it's something I remember more.
I think Digimon is a better
Same.
show, but Pokemon
Yeah.
had an equal and different amount of fun to be had. Like
Yeah.
I remember my
For sure.
favorite Digimon was a toss between Metal Greymon or Duskmon. Do you guys remember
Yeah.
Duskmon?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That guy was so cool. He was the
Um,
coolest motherfucker.
Did anybody here ever play Digimon Rumble Arena on PS2?
I did with you.
I did
At your place.
It was so fun.
Because
Oh, wait.
you kept thinking, oh man, was this fuck? What's the name of the yellow dinosaur looking Digimon? I'm horrible with names.
Shit, I forget.
For me, it was War Greymon. That was. Am I mixing up
yeah.
the names? I'm
No,
mixing up
no, no,
the names.
yeah, that's yeah. That's
Wait.
It was a blue dog looking thing.
Which
Fucking-
Digimon?
I'm horrible with names.
Uh,
Digimon. Who's
The one with
trainer?
Tai. The one with Tai.
Okay, Thai's Digimon. I
Do you
forgot
guys
his name
remember-
as well.
You guys
Do you
remember
guys
what?
remember that Bakugan? Bakugan? Was it
Bakugan.
Bakugan.
Wait, I think I can
Bakugan,
find it.
Battle
I can find it
Brothers.
somewhere.
Oh god, I'm
I
gonna
think I
pull
still have it.
pull it
I
away.
still have it.
There, Thai's Digimon's name is Agumon.
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 There you go.
Yeah, you kept choosing Agumon. I got pissed off at you because that was my favorite. So I would choose like the weird looking panda bear mixed breed thing.
Dude,
The
I want Digimon to come back so badly.
Digimon
Just so
is
that
back.
No, I mean like I
Remember,
want
Jomar, you were
Digimon to
gonna watch it?
I want Digimon to come back just so that I can get myself a Duskmon action figure.
No, Digimon is back. It literally never left.
Dude,
Yeah,
there's a
but
model
they're
kit.
not making new shit.
They
Dude,
are.
look up Bandai's fucking War Greymon.
They are.
That shit
Jomar
looks
and I were
sick.
supposed to watch the last
Yeah, but
movie
that's not
together.
fucking Duskmon. Like
Which
Duskmon was
Digimon
so
are you
wild.
talking about?
You got hope. You got hope.
There
Which
is hope.
Digimon are you talking about?
Sounds like
This was the second iteration of it, right? Or
Digimon
Hindi?
2 or Digimon Frontier? Or Digimon Tamers?
Tamers was first, right?
Tamers was the Evangelion-esque Digimon.
Oh no, never mind, not that one.
Dude, I'm just looking at the toys feverishly right now, and I'm just like, God, I want one now.
I want a Digivice.
I have a Digivice. Let me see if I can.
I'm so
find it.
jealous of you. I just want a
Damn.
Digivice.
It's just pretty much a Tamagotchi that you shake, and then it would just move and
A
fight things.
Tamagotchi. That's dead.
Oh. Oh.
See, look, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little battery sign that says X. It died.
Is there
Yeah.
an you can't like make a new one, or
No,
they just stay dead?
No, I was able to to have like 10 Tamagotchis. And
Okay.
then like one night it just died when like a new one appeared, and then it just like ran out of battery. And I lost the
Yeah.
paper that tells me which battery is it. So I'm like,
Can I?
I remember like my friend oh wait, no, I remember like this one episode of like Big Bang Theory that I happened to pass by, where like Sheldon was talking about how organized of a human being he is, and then he's like, my Tamagotchi's still alive.
Yeah.
Saying Nina?
No, I wanted to recommend another topic because speaking of childhood, I don't know why it keeps coming into my head. I think it's because of the most recent game. I would really, if you guys haven't done it already, I really would like to talk about childhood video games. You can cut this out.
Yeah.
But like,
No, we'll keep it
I-
in.
okay,
'cause I
okay,
keep
yeah.
thinking of Resident Evil 4. I think
I'm so
the
Jay.
one that's in
so Jay.
Spain.
Yeah, I'm so G.
Yeah.
I didn't play that much
Why?
video games as a child, but I played.
Lost
But I was
Progress.
pretty much a regular at the arcade, and my favorite game there was House of the Dead 4.
Yeah, well,
House
okay,
of the
well,
Dead.
Wait, hey,
That-
I'm sorry,
It's up to
I
you.
derailed us so badly,
Too much.
but it just
Okay.
keeps coming to my head.
Going back to childhood shows.
Guys,
I'm so
did you?
sorry, but this stick.
Wait.
Sorry, I'm so sorry, but this is in my head. A while
Yes.
ago when you were talking about preschool shows.
If you wanna go first, it's fine. If you wanna
I'm so
go,
sorry, Enzo.
but can I just say?
Gago na Enzo, cut na naman tayo.
Wait, can I just say? Did any of you like the X-Men show, the '90s one?
Oh,
X-Men Evolution.
Evolution.
Yes.
X-Men
Evolution.
Evolution. Phenomenal.
That's
I
one
had
my.
a crush on
Absolute
Kitty Pride there,
chef's
man.
kiss.
Yeah. That's
I,
one.
I
Pride was
also I also had a massive crush on Kitty Pryde.
Yes.
Same.
Uh, I did not like Jean Grey. Always seemed like such a stuck-up bitch. Um, I thought Rogue had too many problems, but like Kitty Pryde was just
Kitty
perfect.
Pryde.
Kitty Pride is just.
Mhm. Their build up to Magneto was phenomenal.
Yes.
Their
Yes.
portrayal of the Brotherhood was so good.
Yes.
What's his name? It's not Quake. Avalanche. Such a good character. Um,
And then that show established Magneto for me as my favorite Marvel villain because for me he's like one of the best Marvel villains
Who?
ever. Magneto.
Magneto.
oh yeah, like Magneto was like to me here. He's better here than he was in the original '90s X-Men. Like I feel like there was just so much more substance to Magneto here, and so much more gravitas to the character that he was.
Mm.
What's happening? Why are people laughing? Is there something happening?
I feel like Danny,
I'm
want,
so sorry.
Danny wants to
I'm
say
so
something.
sorry. I'm laughing because I just saw a meme. And
No.
Edwin, this meme is for you. But happy Pride Month to the long, long man.
Long, long man!
Happy
Jomar,
Pride
they're like,
Month to
what?
him.
What am I missing?
Why were you laughing, Enzo?
I thought that Danny was desperately trying to cut us off again. It's like, you really want to say what you want to say?
Happy Pride to long, long man and his husband.
May they have a
No,
long,
we'll send
happy
you the
life.
ads. It's really great.
Alright.
No, I've seen them.
No, Jomar
Um,
hasn't seen it.
Then show it to him.
Danny, before we talked about the X-Men, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to say something because when you were talking about preschool shows, this popped in my head because a few years ago, my brother grew up with Team Umizoomi.
Hmm.
And it was on Netflix, and we decided to watch the first episode. And he got so gutted when he got something of preschool level question wrong. He was like 16 years old or 15 years old, and we were watching it, and they showed us a shape like a circle, like an oval, and they're like, oh, what's this shape? And my brother was like, that's a circle, and they're like, it's an oval, and my brother's face just collapsed, and it looks like his world was falling apart, and he was like, it's a
He just turns
preschool show.
pale.
How did I get it wrong?
Jomar,
Okay.
Like he was
Yeah.
like, imagine watching this
After
as a 5-year-old and being so deceived.
Yes, Enzo.
this is a question for you. Do you remember the Discovery show Paleo World?
Isn't that a diet?
No, it was a show about dinosaurs. I'm asking this because do you remember the voice of the narrator if you did watch it?
Alien World?
Yeah, it's a show about dinosaurs and it was narrated by Keith David, who later on went to voice Spawn.
Can you imagine
Oh.
if Nina searched for Paleo World and all she found was a restaurant?
You can tell
It's like,
like
we
you
all
can tell
eat
that
like
I'm just
cavemen
Googling it,
here.
right? Or like if I'm looking at my main screen, like you can tell it's me like googling something like
Yeah.
Alien World. My God.
What's that?
Take
Yeah,
a
it'd be-
bite out of a raw meat.
It would be specific like Paleo World Discovery Channel, something like that. But yeah, it was narrated by Keith David, who voices Spawn and one of the
wait.
gargoyles in Gargoyles.
I want to change my answer to the best opening to Kappa Mikey. Do you, any of y'all
Hey,
remember
hey,
Kappa Mikey?
you out of the streets. Don't you see this man has got the mic?
Seriously, I swear to God.
I mean,
Kappa Mike was so good.
90s X-Men to me had a phenomenal theme song.
Yes.
Yeah, but this one had lyrics. I'm kidding.
Oh, fuck,
I
fine, fuck you.
don't give a shit about lyrics. Then there was a hairy man. The Holocaust, Magneto.
Do we keep that in?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we can keep that in.
Alright.
That's what she said.
Do you guys remember Blue's Clues?
That was the worst transition
I know.
thing ever made.
But it was in my mind.
Right, that's what she said. You go straight into anyone remember Blue's Clues. Like, why? Why is it that We make
Enzo.
an adult joke, then you go back down to a kiddie show.
I have. Wait.
Okay,
my
so
God.
about Blue's Clues, Steve obviously superior. I'm sorry, Joe. Steve's superior.
Steve is
Guys, can you
superior.
imagine
We can all
Blue's
vouch.
Clues hosted by Steve Buscemi?
Yeah,
How do
that
you
ha-
do, fellow children?
He has that like half
Do
awake
you see
look.
the clue?
He just
Like,
looks at the camera.
his eyes are just in two different places. That's why he's asking for help to find the clue.
Wait, now I need to take a piss. I'll be back. Keep going.
Do you see the clue?
He looks at the camera because I can.
I'm on too much drugs.
You know what? We didn't give our boy Steve enough props for being on Blue's Clues because he was
Are
literally
the salt and
interacting with
pepper
nothing.
talking?
How did they have a cinnamon and paprika child?
I can't tell with all these bath salts.
He sits down on the chair, opens the notebook, and lights a cigarette while he's at it.
The crayons, the cigarette.
No, he rolls up his cigarette using the notebook itself, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
paper from the notebook. There is
No.
a notebook
No,
paper.
he crushes the crayon and snorts.
Okay, hold on. Since it's Pride Month, Blue's Clues released a video about
yeah, I
the Pride
saw this.
Parade, and
saw
I just
this.
want to say I want to congratulate everyone who came out, every animal who came out in that video, because I am definitely that asexual turtle racing up a gay flag. That's me.
What are you talking about? I'm sorry.
No, you're
First thing
talking
Enzo
about
hears when he comes back,
Yeah.
asexual turtle.
holding a rainbow flag.
Yeah, that's the
I am
last bit I
also a
heard.
bisexual sheep, so congratulations to the animals that came out in that video.
Speaking of various colors of the rainbow, do you guys remember Art Attack?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Enzo,
remember it
Enzo.
specifically.
Yeah.
That's how you do a transition.
Noted.
That's how you do a transition. You don't go from "that's what she said" to "remember Blue's Clues." You're such a fucking creep sometimes, man.
Oh god, Jomar died because of that. Oh, there he is.
Speaking of "that's what she said," remember Blue's Clues.
Remember Blues
I
Clues?
really don't mean to laugh. Oh my god.
Please
Our
laugh.
host.
It's fine.
Oh man.
But you just have horrible timing, mate.
Yeah.
But it is gold sometimes.
But yes, I do remember Art Attack. I really like that
Our
show.
boy Neil Buchan.
Such a what a fucking show, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben, never can. Dude, remember the fucking talking statue head?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Mm.
Yeah, it's so charisma. So much charisma.
I spilled water on my shirt, so that's what that is. It'll maybe dry up by the end of this
Oh
video.
my god, I remember
This
this.
is different
You
shit.
guys have bring
Yeah, I know, but like this specifically for this one, he was using salt, and I'm just like, does this guy have like a drone?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I was
surveys
thinking.
the
Like,
floor, like
how does he just draw? His like spatial awareness is so good.
I still think he's Banksy.
Really?
It's Banksy.
Like, wouldn't it be so wild if Neil Buchanan was Banksy? And also make a shit ton of sense that he's Banksy.
Look at all the shit he's doing on the ground.
Exactly.
He used to do that with shirts. Like he used clothing and cloth
Clothing.
and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right
paper
now. and
paper
I'm like,
plates and everything. I swear to God.
Hmm.
What
man,
were you
I love
saying,
this
Nina?
show. No,
Yeah,
I
man.
wasn't saying anything. I'm just remembering
Like
he did it with
Banksy was such
clothes.
a big part of my childhood. You know,
He's never.
Neil Buchanan, you know, who's definitely Banksy.
Since we're talking about live action shows that we watched in our childhood, were any of you fans of Steve Irwin?
Worst
Oh, yeah.
transition after worst transition
Oh,
after
God damn
worst transition.
It
I'm
wasn't
trying.
that bad. It was way better than before.
No, it could have been like, speaking of shows that taught us shit.
Oh,
You're like, yeah, exactly. But no time to teach you right now, but yeah, I did watch Steve Irwin a lot. I love the Crocodile Hunter because crocodiles are my favorite animal as a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I hated it every time he wasn't handling a crocodile.
Same.
Um,
Yeah, the puppy. No.
no, I want you to handle something dangerous. Every time he would like handle a snake, I'm just like, but I want a crocodile. Um, but dude, I remember this one time he was handling a crocodile. I don't know why of all of the Steve Irwin jokes that could have stuck with me, it was this one. I still remember it vividly to this day. He's like, you can tell she's a female because you reach around and she's got a big old bum, just like my wife.
I can see why she married him.
Hmm.
The
Like,
man
can you
was
im-
insane.
I didn't know how much that was comedy gold as a kid. But now as an adult, I'm just like, what a phenomenal joke.
I
Yeah.
swear, I love that one commercial. Was it like an NFL commercial or something? Where he's talking to the narrator and then the elevator door opens and there's the mascot of an alligator and he pretty much just tackles it. Steve Irwin, you are please rest in peace.
Rest in
I
peace,
miss
man.
him so much.
Yeah.
I miss him so much. I miss him so much.
You miss him.
Literally, I just imagine him in heaven beating the shit out of a manta ray. Like,
Oi!
dude, this guy got bitten live on TV by a snake.
Yes.
It was just like,
Yeah.
the snake bite. The snake bit me. I'm sorry. Get a shot of that.
I was
No.
ice cold.
I swear, the moments where he's handling like was this like a boa constrictor and
Yeah.
it starts tightening up and he's just soloing it. I'm like,
Like, oh god,
is
this is the end of the show.
They're really gonna show us it?
Like, are you gonna show us his eyes popping out now?
They pre-taped Steve Irwin's death.
Live on national television.
It just goes black and white and just text on screen.
Yeah, he didn't make it. Ooh.
No, the boa constrictor didn't make it.
So, we're talking about animals right now, and live action and
Wonder
shit.
Pets.
Not Wonder Pets. Not a show. Do you guys remember Cat in the Hat?
The movie?
The movie.
Mike
the movie.
Myers?
The movie.
Mike
I
Myers
never
one.
watched it.
Say
I
what you
never
want
watched
about that show, that movie. That shit was gold. I would say that movie was gold.
That shit was an LSD trip.
That it was gold.
Is it worth watching for me?
It
Yes.
is.
You're
It is.
high.
Yes.
It is.
Please watch it.
Especially if you're high.
I didn't watch it,
But we don't
I'll
condone
give
any
it a
drugs.
shot.
It's fun to watch with friends.
It
It
is.
is.
Like honestly, I'd compare it to like watching like Team America or some shit.
No, you know what? I would compare it to also like an LSD trip because I recently watched this. I remember the B
On
movie.
I thought,
LSD.
dude, you were like, it was like, I would honestly compare it to an. I thought you were gonna say, I
I took
An
LSD
actual LSD
some
trip.
time ago.
I could really compare it to an LSD trip because recently when I had an LSD trip, I felt like I was watching the movie.
Apparently,
Like,
that movie.
isn't it like it's a party drug? Sorry, I actually don't really know that much about LSD. Like, what is it supposed to do for you? Like, my God, you can cut this out. You can cut this out.
Yeah. You can ask Wayne and I'll cut this out.
It's fine, leave it in.
No, but
Issue.
like,
I don't know.
what is it? Is it an upper? Is that its whole deal?
LSD?
Yeah.
Depends
This is
on the
really a
person,
discussion we're
actually.
choosing to have about our childhood.
Let's,
Hmm.
let's not put
So-
it in. You can see
Dude, I
complete
cannot
innocence
say.
plummet.
I cannot say. I have no idea how to even conceive it, but it's a hallucinogenic. So I don't think it's an upper or a downer. It's supposed to make
See,
you see
I
shit.
don't actually know. See, I don't actually know. I was like,
I
I'm
really
making
think
a
it
joke
depends on
about.
the person.
I guess.
Maybe?
Like
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's an upper.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Apparently, back to the movie of Cat in the Hat.
Drugs.
Anyway,
Apparently-
That.
Apparently,
Yeah,
that
I
movie
came
was.
here to the party for the drugs.
Apparently, that movie was so bad that Dr. Seuss's wife was like, "You can never make live action
Not
movies
just his wife,
anymore."
his entire state.
His entire estate was like, "You can never make live action movies based on
But
his
it was
works
so
ever
fun
again."
though.
It is so funny, dude. He stepped on the whole the was this the rake on the floor gag, and he picks it up, and there's shit on the hoe. He's like, "You dirty hoe," and he tries to make out with it.
Jesus Christ.
I love this
How,
movie.
see? How can you not like that?
Oh my goodness. Um,
And he runs into Paris Hilton and flirts with her.
Can
How
you
do you
guys
like
imagine?
Barbican is in this
Can you
movie.
guys imagine if they like just made variants for the book and movie Horton Hears a Who? Like he's just like Horton hears a plan to assassinate the president, and does nothing about it.
I know you were going somewhere else with this. Where's he going? Oh,
Yeah, we are going somewhere downhill.
Yeah.
Bro,
Ever
we were
since
doing
I
that
was
when we hit.
teacher-
No, we were doing that since we hit record. Fuck off.
That's been this whole channel, honestly.
yeah.
Ever since we started it.
Since we were talking about Steve Irwin and shows that were educational, any other shows from Discovery Channel or Animal Planet that you remember?
Mythbusters, baby.
Mythbusters.
Mythbusters.
Do you guys still watch Adam Savage's
YouTube channel?
videos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tested. God, it's such a good show.
Yeah.
I've
Such a
never seen
wholesome man.
Mythbusters. I've
What?
never seen Mythbusters. Yeah, not a single episode.
I think it's on Netflix if you want to check it out.
Okay.
Oh,
I developed a big crush on Carrie Byron because of that
Yes.
show.
Yeah. Same here. But God, Adam Savage is like my hero
Yeah.
now.
I
Like, the
want
dude's
my
such a
last
big
name to be Savage.
And the dude's the nicest person ever.
Seb
Exactly.
Savage,
Talk anyone.
goddammit.
Yeah.
Seb Savage, goddammit.
Sebastian Savage.
I have
What's up?
dropped the goddamn it. I'm just Seb now.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm no longer that guy.
Oh.
I'm 27 years old. for me to still refer to myself as that when I don't hurt people anymore just doesn't make
I'm no,
sense. I'm just
I'm
Seb
no
now.
longer Seb Soriano, goddammit. I'm just Seb, and you're part of my
Yeah,
my attempt to
ye-
make amends.
Yes, yes.
Alright, I have a question.
Awkward smile.
Yes,
Seb
Jomar?
Soriano, I am no longer the goddamn it.
Okay, I have a question for everybody here who has seen the show. What was the scariest episode for you in Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I don't remember
Didn't watch
anything.
it.
from
I don't
that
remember,
show.
bro.
I
I don't
do
remember.
not remember that show at
God,
all.
I was
Yeah.
obsessed with that.
You
You
show
know
when I
what?
was a kid.
Since we're talking about this right now, you guys watched any of like the Goosebumps show stuff?
No,
no.
Yes,
that was
they
the
were
best
that
Goosebumps
compared
was
to
scary.
Are
so
You Afraid of the
wild.
Dark.
Goosebumps was
This is-
so good.
I read
Goosebumps as a
Goosebumps.
kid was, dude. Goosebumps as a kid, it was so wild to me. Like, remember the Halloween mask one,
Yes.
dude? What the Halloween mask episode is, she puts on a mask, and then she can't take it off.
So it's
Like
like,
Like
the
it's
mask.
it was slowly becoming her face.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, I remember.
It was
that.
a really convincing Halloween mask, but it was suddenly becoming her face. Like you could see it like slowly starting to articulate on its own as her mouth.
Oh God.
Like it was so scary. Like that was so terrifying to me.
Wait, there was a Goosebumps episode that I do remember, and it was the one where the kid like starts turning into the dog. And the only part that I really remember from that episode was him
trans-
going to the bathroom, trying to shave the hair on his hands, going into the bathroom and finding clippers and trying to shave it. And then his dad comes in and is like, "Are you okay, son?" "Oh, I'm good, Dad." Trying to cover the sound of the razor. I was like, "Is this like a joke about puberty?"
Dude, dude. R.L. Stein just has a way of hitting childhood fear in a way that like a lot of other people can't. Like I still think of the things that I watched from Goosebumps and I'm just like that did terrify me as a kid. Like Slappy is still fucking terrifying.
That is
to me.
terrifying.
Slappy's so fucking
Slappy.
scary.
Yeah, I remember that. One.
Speaking of childhood fear, sort of unrelated question, but Final Destination. What were you what were you all most scared of? Like
I was
actually happening in
Elevator.
real life.
Consumed
Elevators.
consumed by an escalator.
For me,
Yes.
it's
Oh
just
my god.
Oh
Consumed
my
by an
god.
escalator. That
I
happened.
have that fear
For-
because
for
like
me-
I
for-
watched the video of it.
for me, it's the thing where where it has like the logs
Yes,
in the
Oh
there we
yeah.
Ah, the
go.
logs
Yeah.
crushing the guy.
I get
Yeah.
paranoid every time.
The logs get
for me,
everybody
it's
else.
for me, it's the swimming pool thing.
Oh, when
Oh
it
my
gets sucked
god.
in.
Oh my god. No.
like-
Oh,
I
God.
remember that one. I remember
Yeah.
that one because everything got drained from his asshole.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I got so fucking scared, and the fucking automated car wash.
Oh, God. Okay. Jesus Christ.
Oh
I didn't
my
actually
God.
watch it, and I don't think I ever have plans to. I'm just aware of the deaths. That's why I really can't watch it. I'm just like, it gives me goosebumps. Wow, I don't know.
I
Goosebumps.
I don't like Final Destination because I just think it's torture porn.
Yeah,
It is.
it's
Yeah.
Like,
it
there's
is.
not much of a plot to it, but like it's a good concept. It's one of those things that'll turn around and around, and it's not my thing. But to go back to Goosebumps, since we're talking about childhood shit, right? And I know that Final Destination was part of her childhood, but let me tell you about an episode that still blows my mind to this day, and it would still work. Like if you were targeting adults for this, there's this one episode I forgot what it was, where it was like about this kid that read comics,
Hmm.
and his favorite comic was this villain character, and then he finds for some reason in the middle of a forest or something his lair, and then like he goes into it, then the guy's in there, and he almost gets killed. Like he was able to stop this occurrence from happening, and then he gets on with his life. Then one day he gets a cut on his arm. He's leaking ink.
Oh, shit. Jesus Christ.
what's next.
It's kind of cool.
So now like he's the comic.
What happens next?
That's where it ends.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
God.
That's where it fucking ends. It's like the stress of encountering the most terrifying villain that you like, but it's still villain. It's still gonna fucking kill you. Being
I
able to
just-
escape that situation and thinking you're good, and then later on finding out you're now the comic. Like now you're a drawing. This is fucking crazy, and this was for children.
I could not. My mom did not let me watch like stuff like that because she was like, I'm making sure you sleep at night because like that's why even until now, like I
That's
really have this whole thing with like horror where I have this weird fascination because my mom did not let me watch it. You know the thing where your parents are like, "Don't watch it" or "Don't do that," and you're just
Yeah.
like, "I'm a kid. I definitely want to do that." It's the same thing with Harry Potter. Weirdly enough, like Harry Potter, I was like, "Huh." Well, thinking on it now, I'm like, it wasn't that bad. Other than like, but there's this whole like Satan panic about. I don't know if it was Harry Potter. Like, did your parents let you watch that? Like,
Yeah.
My parents were very lenient about anything I watched. So
My mom
Yeah.
was a fan of Harry Potter.
my parents
Same.
never censored anything I watched.
I was never into Harry Potter.
Yeah, same.
I couldn't understand Harry Potter until I was like in my teens, so I was
Also-
never
yeah,
fond
see,
of it.
same.
Yeah.
Also,
Like-
like for childhood stuff, since we were talking about Goosebumps, I was
Uh,
when I was a kid.
Before you do, I just want. I just want to say, I had this really weird thing when I was a kid where I couldn't stand British accents. So-
Really?
Yeah, like it
Doctor
was an
Who was
illogical.
gotten out of the
Like
question.
This is just
Hatred.
Edwin admitting to being a racist. Like,
I didn't I don't even know where it came from. I just like I heard Harry Potter. I'm just like no, fuck this, no. And so I just never got into it after that.
Did,
Still have
did
it? Like, you still have that like weird.
Well,
Dislike?
no, because I'm a normal person now, for what it's worth.
Whatever normal is.
Edwin's cancelled. He's cancelled. He doesn't like accents. He's a racist.
Get in line, son.
Everybody's trying to cancel Edwin already.
Jomar.
Yeah.
Hmm?
So like anyway,
Um,
when I was a kid, I was obsessed with
After
horror
that, eh?
anthology shows.
What shows?
Horror
Horror
anthology.
anthology.
Shows. So Are You
Oh.
Afraid of the Dark? I was obsessed with that. I was obsessed with Tales of the Crypt Keeper, the cartoon version of that. Uh, Goosebumps, I've never actually seen it. Uh, I read Goosebumps though as a kid, and I'm just honestly surprised my parents are like, "Go ahead." It definitely won't scar our 7-year-old daughter. Definitely not.
Definitely not.
To be fair,
Oh.
my first horror movie was The Ring.
Mine
I
was
never
The
recovered
Mist.
from. I have never recovered from The Ring. I still have a fear of Sadok until now.
Um,
So
one of my childhood horrors was Urban Legend. I don't know if you guys remember this movie.
oh yeah, I do.
I was afraid of hallways for years, and I live in a condo, so
Yikes.
yeah.
What is it
So
called? Urban horror?
Urban
Urban
Legends.
Legend.
Jomar,
That's
Yeah,
kind of hard.
I really loved horror stuff when I was a kid. I can't stand it anymore because I have anxiety, and it just gives me more anxiety now. So
Yeah.
I'm not
Horror
great with
doesn't
horror.
horror doesn't work on me, cause like I don't believe in anything. It's hard to scare someone who has no beliefs.
no,
Yeah.
I get scared of the atmosphere. I don't like the
The,
atmosphere of horror, but I'm fucking in love with Criminal Minds, and those are based on true stories. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
the thing with me and horror is it's not that it's scary. It's just it's unbelievably frustrating to me
jump
Oh.
scares galore.
to
Well,
I
see like
hate
these
that.
people do
The
these
most
stupid things that
the
allow
most
these
jelly
situations
liked
to
white
happen.
people in the world.
Yeah,
They
Like
go run and then trip and then crawl away.
yeah.
yeah.
My whole thing with horror kasi I my biggest fear is that they're doing everything right and still getting
it still goes to
haunted
shit.
or whatever. Like I
Hold on.
hate
Yeah.
those kinds of movies
Hold on,
where
I'm just
Same.
they're
gonna
really doing
go to the
everything right.
bathroom.
That's
Yeah.
the true horror for me. It's like, oh
Yeah,
god, they're doing
it's
everything right.
I've never liked monster horror because it relies on people being stupid. Like I like
Yeah, that's fair.
psychological horror. Like that works much better for me.
Wait,
Yeah, it makes
wait.
sense.
To the people who has not seen Are You Afraid of the Dark, since we're pretty much talking about horror, look up Tales of Dead Man's Float. Just look it
Tales
up
of
right
Dead
now.
Man's
I remember
For
the
real
old,
though, y'all should watch Tales of the Crypt. Sorry, Enzo. Continue.
I remember
The
watching a
spoonful?
haunting on Discovery Channel. I was way too young. It's like being freaked out by those real life, quote unquote, real life ghost stories. But I only
The
recently,
Haunting.
yeah, the haunting, a haunting. What is it? A
I
haunting
love
or the?
that show. See, I told you I
Yeah,
was
same here.
obsessed
And one of the extras,
with horror anthology shows.
one of the extras is actually Grant Gustin, who later became CW's Flash. I was like, ah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Speed.
We are the Flash.
He
We are the
hated
Flash.
fish.
We are the Flash. We are the Flash. We are the Flash.
And that's our mini round on the CW Flash. And then it went back to horror.
And that was our
Yeah.
and that
In a
was
while,
our
Uh,
in
impression
a
of
while.
the Flash.
So yeah, you guys see the Dead Man Float thingy?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah. So just imagine being 4 years old or 5 years old seeing that thing in Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon aired that?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
from Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yes.
Yeah, I
fucking
was
thing.
I was
Are You Afraid of the
What
Dark also
time?
aired in Disney, but very late at night.
I
They
think it was
aired
like
it
11.
at 11. Yeah.
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 I don't know
Nah,
why,
nah, nah,
but
nah, 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 nah. You're
Nah,
gonna die
Nick.
tonight, bitch.
Nickelodeon.
How did you guys catch that? Because I could never stay awake until 11. Like I
Yeah,
always
when I
like,
was a kid, I couldn't. I
Yeah.
did it once as a kid, and that was because I had a can of Pepsi X.
Oh wow.
oh wow.
None of y'all,
Oh, wow.
most of y'all fuckers wouldn't remember this, but Pepsi X.
Yeah,
Pepsi X.
Pepsi X was on a
Coffee.
different level
Pepsi X.
because
X
Pepsi X was like Red Bull but Pepsi, right? You knew this shit was powerful because it came in several different sizes. You had the bottle, you had the can, and you had the smaller can.
oh yeah.
Like
that
the
makes
half
sense.
size of the normal can, and I had this every day
Every
Oh my
day.
for like
God,
a couple
why?
weeks, and I was like, because I was nuts.
Why?
Pepsi X was phenomenal, man. I was so high on the sugar, like I would run around so much as a kid. Like I would do so many flying kicks and shit. Like I had wings. Pepsi X gave me wings. Anyway, Pepsi X was like the reason why I was able to stay up till 11 p.m. when I was like grade 2, grade 3.
This
Y'all
is
remember Pepsi Fire and Ice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That was the
That's
shit.
A few more
Pepsi
minutes.
Blue was peak.
Pepsi. I was
Yeah,
gonna say
Pepsi
Pepsi
Blue.
Blue.
That's what I
Pepsi
remember.
Blue was so good.
What's
I want
someone
them to bring it back.
Pepsi Blue is what I remember. There's a question for mostly Seb and Evan. Um, did you
What?
watch wrestling when you were kids?
I wasn't
Yeah.
allowed to, but I did.
I did.
Wait,
On
what?
Rest
Sorry, what was the question?
Wrestling
Wrestling.
was a significant part of my childhood. I
Yeah.
remember the first match I ever saw. Because I remember people were transitioning out into thinking cartoons were cool, into thinking wrestling was cool. And everyone was talking about like Goldberg and shit and all these people. And I had no idea what they were talking about, so I wanted to relate to my friends. So I watched wrestling, and the first ever match I saw, and this is vague as fuck, it was Rob Van Dam versus Mark Henry for the Intercontinental Championship while he was still managed by Theodore Long, who was a heel. Like,
Ooh.
for all of those things to have occurred, that was a very specific point in time. Like, Theodore Long being a bad guy slash manager was a long ass fucking time ago. And, like, yeah, I loved wrestling the first time I watched it. It was the first time I ever became, like, rebellious. Like, that was the part of my childhood where I was like, I don't care what my parents are telling me. I will watch the shit out of this show.
Where did you watch it?
Solar USA first until it turned into Jack TV.
Jack TV. There we go.
Yeah.
Damn.
Edwin, how about you? What was your first,
yeah.
first match?
The first match I ever saw, I actually saw because I had like a VCD of it. VCD is baby. It was an elimination chamber match. I think it was SummerSlam.
Yeah. Is this the one with Goldberg?
Evolution.
No, like was Goldberg in this match too? Like Evolution was in this chamber, sa alam ko, pero
I think
Yeah.
so. I'm vague on the details of the match, but I know like Evolution is part of it.
okay.
And like, that was like when I became a Batista guy.
Batista was so phenomenally built up. Like
Yeah.
he's so great.
Yeah. Batista was great.
This man made the belly button tattoo look tough. You know?
Oh Jesus! I think the first match I saw was an episode of SmackDown when Edge cashed in on Undertaker, doing the World Heavyweight
Wow,
title.
you were late into the
Yeah,
game,
I was.
huh?
I was late.
You were pretty late into the
Yeah.
game. I was years into wrestling once like Edge cashed in on Cena for the first time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like I was around for that. Like I was around before Edge started ripping his own hair out. Like that's how long I've been into to the wrestling game. Edge was still a relatively normal edgy human being like by the time I showed up. Yeah.
All right.
RVD was my favorite wrestler though for like
Ooh.
5 years.
Mine first was the Undertaker, and then became Shawn Michaels. How about you, Edwin? Edwin, how about you? Who's your favorite? Which-
I literally just said I
Oh.
was a Batista guy.
I thought. Okay.
As a kid, RVD Batista definitely up there. You
Yeah.
know?
Exactly.
Any last childhood cartoons or shows you guys want to talk about before we wrap this up?
I think we talked about all of this, man.
We talked about it.
We
it
even
isn't just
expanded.
cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just went to our entire childhood. That's why
Yeah.
I wanted to talk. I just wanted to talk about like
Next
later
time naman
on
childhood
video games.
trauma.
Anyway, yeah, sure. We'll talk about our shared high school experiences or elementary high school experiences.
Starring
But no,
Simpson. Yeah. No.
Dude, like you guys talking about your schoolyard trauma is just gonna be everyone talking about what I did to them. Like it's all.
I remember the nice thing that you did. Weirdly enough, like I don't really remember much of the trauma. Maybe because it's like
Yeah,
you
it's so
know.
insulted.
Yeah. It's so
I
buried in
remember-
your subconscious.
Yeah, it's so buried in my
'Cause you had
subconscious that
to.
I don't.
Wait.
It's the only way to survive.
Are we
Yeah.
still
One of the
talking
8
about
wonders of the
childhood
world.
shows?
no,
This is how we're wrapping it up.
We're wrapping up,
Yeah,
Danny.
and-
Anyway,
Childhood
what was the
trauma,
nice thing I
sorry.
did? What was the nice thing I did? I didn't do a lot of nice things, so like.
No, I think I'll save that for some time, like after the
Alright.
podcast.
Alright,
naman.
alright,
But
cool,
we keep on topic.
How about well, if we ever hit 100 subscribers this year, so we'll do a special video of how we all met and how
Okay.
we became friends.
100 subs.
Yeah.
100
Or
I know how.
or
I
or
remember
100
Joe-
doms.
sorry, what?
100 subs or 100 doms.
100 switches.
You were saying, Jomar?
if we get 100 subscribers, me and Edwin will do a hentai video.
150.
All right,
150.
all right. We're
Okay.
gonna
Make it
promote the
1,000.
fuck out of Geeks and Degenerates and Culture Pit, just so you guys reach 100.
All right,
I want the hentai video to happen.
that was our messy but extremely fun talk about our favorite childhood cartoons and shows in general. As always, you can find these personalities. You can find Edwin at twitch.tv/Urity, streaming. What are you streaming nowadays, Edwin?
I'm streaming a lot of Final Fantasy 14. I rated with my static on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays Pacific time. That is Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings Philippine time. Please check it out. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a follow. Help me succeed.
Help me.
Thanks.
Just
Love you.
help me.
To the other
Help you.
Twitch person,
I
me.
just want to make money off of Twitch. Ooh.
Please.
Where can they find you,
Ooh.
Seb, by the way?
Please, I'm poor. I have $10 in my bank account.
Wanna guy?
Well, on my end, you can find me on facebook.com/realculturepit, where we are streaming some shit every day except for Sunday. And actually, maybe even Sunday sometimes, depending on how nutty we're feeling.
Sure.
You can also find us on Instagram at Real Culture Pit, Twitter at Real Culture Pit, but we don't really use Twitter. And follow us at our TikTok, Culture Pit Gaming, which almost has 15,000 subscribers.
Oh
So
wow.
Wow.
yeah, please check
Damn.
that out. Yeah, we make a lot of weird gaming clips there, showing you guys the amount of violence we cause people. So yes, please do check us out, and thank you to Le Geeks and Le Generates for having me. Just doing crotch chops for you guys now.
Nina, where can they find you?
Oh my God,
You're
sorry.
at
Alright,
my
you're
house. Like,
You can find
me at
me
my
at.
address.
Oh, sorry, there's a video playing in the background. You can find me at twitch.tv/Nina. Because I don't stream. Haha, funny.
11.
She's
11.
Whitney Houston. Gwen Stefani. Funny joke. sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I don't have a schedule. I just stream. I'm going back into streaming because I'm finally done with classes for the term. So
Phenomenal.
you'll catch me out more
Nice.
often there. So
All right.
thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on. I had so much fun.
Jomar, Danny,
we
anything
were
to
like
plug
that.
in?
Oh yeah, follow me on Instagram on at Jom, Geom, all caps.
Oh, GEOM?
Yeah.
What happened?
I will follow you. I will follow you there. I will say yes. YEOS.
Yeah.
Thank you, Seb. SEOB.
Danny, anything to plug in?
Yeah.
Follow me on my Twitter account at the Duck Avenger, where I should post about Evangelion and Lupin a lot.
Sure.
Lupin the Third, not Lupin the Netflix series.
French
Follow me
people.
on there.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter. Twitter.
Send me a DM on Twitter.
Wait, Sandra though.
I hate it here. I
Sorry.
hate it here.
Twitter? Sure. Anyway,
Send me a DM on Twitter.
And
sorry.
He's on
I know.
Twitter.
I hate it here.
Sorry.
and
Anyway, as I always say, please continue to follow safety protocols, social distance, wear a mask, get vaccinated if you can, please. Help us end this pandemic sooner rather than later. Thank you for watching our videos. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Ciao.